Today, we're going to talk about something crazy. It's regarding a very powerful company. The name of the company is Shein. It's a big scandal coming up because they find out that they were selling adult pornographic dolls. And those dolls were not adult dolls, they were children dolls, which is horrific. Those dolls were used and described as a sex toys for men. You are involved indirectly in the contribution of human trafficking slavery because you're supporting, you're buying. Your neighbor can be a sex predator. We're going to talk about something crazy. We're going to start with that. It's regarding a very powerful company. The name of this company, everybody knows because in US it's very common. Everybody buys stuff from there. It's the name of the company is Shein. Shein, it's an online platform, as you know, selling a lot of stuff. Everything is made in China. Cheap, affordable, quality. I'm not really sure about the quality. I mean, it's difficult to get good quality with cheap prices today, and it is coming from China, and they are blowing the market worldwide, okay, because the price. I mean, you can buy stuff that crazy. So they're very well known to copy high designer goods in fashion, okay, because that's their main activity, is fashion, but they sell everything else. And I never thought they were selling things like that until last week when I had that surprise, okay? Obviously, it's a big scandal coming up because they find out that they were selling adult pornographic dolls. And those dolls were not adult dolls, they were children dolls, which is horrific. I mean, this is crazy. So there is some dolls at the same size of a children, like a little girl from 4 or 5 years old.
Sick.
And those dolls were used and described in those website as a sex toys for men. So, of course, the French government find out, and in the meantime, Shein was having a special inauguration with a big department store in Paris. The department store, it's, I'm going to say it's a BHV. That's the equivalent of Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's in US.
Wow.
It's usually,
Hold on. So what you're saying is that they have now a physical headquarters in Paris?
Not a headquarter. It's
like a shop.
Like a shop, like
Bloomingdale's,
Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, Saks Fifth Avenue. They are representing designer brands, okay, in the store. So Shein has a department in those department stores.
Got it.
Like you can buy their fashion.
Got it.
Which everybody knows they are copying.
Counterfeiting.
Trademarks
and intellectual property.
And the design of luxury brand in the world.
Right.
Which is mainly European brand because the fashion is from Europe. A lot is Europe, US too. But point is, it's a big scandal because those dolls, okay? So the French government went to seize and do the inspection of like over 20,000 packages just arriving at the Charles de Gaulle airport custom, and they were opening each packages. You can check everything I say. You can find it on Google. Obviously, nobody is talking about that in US. It's not something that you're going to hear in the US mainstream and news. But I was in Europe, so I could hear it.
So I don't know if it's a coincidence, but recently the U.S. Custom also tracked and stopped a child doll sex package from Shein to the United States.
In U.S.?
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
So great, fantastic, but nobody say anything.
Correct.
Did you hear about it? No. I was in Europe, so I could hear about it, and I check. I ask you, you did check if they have the same problem in US. We have the same problem in US,
Yes, it goes deep.
but nobody said anything.
Correct.
So the point of this problem, because to me it's disgusting and it's a big problem, because what the needs to order a child, a sex toys in the size and form of a child, what will be the next step of that person? He's going to satisfy himself on a doll, and after what? Do you think that he's going to be satisfied with that? Absolutely not. I can bet anything, 100, 200%, that this person is going to move to the next step. What is the next step? The next step will be kidnap, committing a rape on a child, okay? And that's where we're going. This is crazy.
You are absolutely right, because the problem with deprivation at that level is that
It's deprivation.
it's
yes.
deprivation level.
Yeah,
But what the problem is that they get bored. Once they try their sickness, they get bored. And next step for them to try something different is a child.
A child, yeah. And child of all ages. They found sex dolls of the size of a newborn. This is freaking sick, people. Now, the European community, I'm not talking about only France or Germany, or I'm talking about the European committee. They are like talking about to open an investigation to find out who orders those dolls, the client. Because to me, if you get caught to visit a child pornographic website, or you find child pornographic photos or digital on your devices, you're going to jail. It's a crime. It's a felony. And you're going to jail for a long time.
I think you're leading into something interesting and very important here. You, as an expert of counterfeiting, investigations of counterfeiting that you have done for many years, you know that this goes deeper, in the sense that it's not just the user using the dolls. The guys who are making this market big are the shell companies that are buying and distributing products from Shein in the United States, even in France. So
And everywhere. in Europe.
everywhere. So what is the difference between this company, Shein, doing that and capable of reaching now a home, and let's say Alibaba or the other companies that
Yeah, they have like what's the name of the other company?
Temu.
I'll be honest with you. I saw a documentary not too long ago that Chinese have a big market with sex doll, like poupée, like dolls for sex, but adult side and very, very almost perfect. Like I already find that you gotta be sick in the head to buy a doll, a sex doll, to have sex with piece of plastic. I'm sorry, but you gotta be disturbed in your head. Something is wrong with you already. Now that those even crazier, that those people who goes with sex doll who looks like child, it's life in prison for me. If those guys get caught.
I mean, it's
To me,
yeah.
it's life in prison.
I mean, this is just it goes.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it
because
is.
we know what's going to be next. We all know they're going to be a sex predator on the kids.
I never forget something that you mentioned on one of our episodes, that you had the opportunity to interview, I think, a predator.
Yeah.
And the answer of this guy was, when you ask him what makes him choose the victim, the child.
Why you go after this one and not this one? And his answer was shocking. And he said, I am always looking at the dad, if the dad can be a threat for me. So
that means that they look at the weakness.
they're looking at the witness of
the-
people. Like a single mother will be a perfect target because she's single, she's busy, she's a woman. So that doesn't represent a danger for that person because it's something that he can handle if something goes wrong. But a dad who's tough, work out, dangerous by the fact that it's a very strong man and he does martial art and he, have firearm, carrying firearm, things like that, or ex-military. For them,
They will think about it.
They will think twice
because
before going after that person.
I have a question from one of our audience.
Okay. Sure.
It's from Kendra in San Diego. Hi, Kendra. Thank you for reaching out to us. Kendra asks, there is a lot of talk about Shein being involved in trafficking and labor violations. How can investigators track the real source of these Chinese products and connect them to crimes?
Okay, so again, human trafficking, it's not only sex trafficking, it's actually the biggest part of human trafficking, it's labor, slavery trafficking.
Well, Shein is flagged
And
because
Shein, it's Chinese entity, corporation, and it's a platform, okay? So they are buying or they are allowing you to sell your products, okay, through their platform. And I'm sure they are not doing any due diligence where the products are coming from, where the products are manufactured, who's manufacturing. It could be children, forced to work 12 hours a day, okay?
Well, that's a fact. Because
without being paid, or maybe a bowl of rice, okay? And it could be also people who are doing that work against their will because they are being kidnapped.
You are absolutely right. That's a fact. Shein has not only been found to be the distributor of deprivation, okay? But also the majority of the people who are manufacturing, distributing in China and other agencies and other fulfilling agencies across the world on their shell LLCs, they are children.
Yes.
This is a fact. You are talking facts here.
It's the truth. It's obviously a situation that every consumer need to take in consideration before buying any products because you are involved indirectly. You are involved in the contribution of human trafficking, slavery, because you're supporting, you're buying, you're creating a demand.
That's correct.
And I believe today we have technology, we have knowledge, and you have no excuses to know what you are buying and where you're buying from. You can do your due diligence, your research, and you can find out.
On the same subject, I have a question from Brandon in Houston. Okay, Brandon, thanks for reaching out. He asked, I read about the custom sizing sex dolls that looks like kids. How do private investigators even begin to uncover who's ordering this stuff? Can I find out if my neighbor is buying this stuff?
I mean, directly, no. You will find out if he got indicted, okay, under investigation. I believe
he can do a background check on the.
You can do a background check, but you will find out if this guy is a sex predator, okay, because it's something that we find on our background check. Okay, sex predator can be is been restricted in several states. How states restricted sex predator? They cannot rent an apartment. I think there is a special radius of school and things like that, and they have to appear once a month to the police department to check in. They have to disclose, which means you can find their names and address online. Okay,
correct.
There is FDLE, for example, in Florida. They have a directory for sex predator. Okay, and they update you. You can register and you can put your email. Then they can send you every day, every time that there is a new sex predator moving to Florida. I mean, there is a lot of stuff that you can be aware of. Your neighbor can be a sex predator, okay? There is a list. It's public, it's online, and you can check. You put your address, and they're going to tell you with a radius of 1 mile how many sex predators live around you. So this is a scary situation. I guarantee, I recommend everybody to do it, okay? But you're going to be shocked to see how many sex predators are living around you.
Absolutely. Okay? What we're going to do for you, Brandon, we're going to set up a link.
Yeah,
of
we're
that
going to send
website.
you the link.
We're going to set up on the episode. You're going to see the link where you're going to be able to click on it and put your zip code and get how many predators, or I mean, how many sex predators that are flagged by actually your county are living around you.
Yeah,
okay?
This is very interesting to do that. Myself, I receive an update, sometimes an email for a new sex predator, or it's been in my radius where I live. So I recommend everybody to do the same.